Yo.
Okay.
Yo.
Hey.
Party people, welcome back to your favorite podcast, the Cosmic Cast, the greatest cast ever streamed on the stars. I am your lovely host, Super Gaming Dude, aka Ari. Along with me are my co-hosts, the beautiful and the lovely Austin, aka Irony of Mine.
If we're not gonna hype ourselves up, no one else will.
Damn right. And next we have the immeasurably talented Cosmic Domino, aka Jacob.
I ain't gonna cry too long. I'm back on my drip. Drip. I'm back on my drip.
Yeah, ready to go.
I can't say that
Don't
part.
Don't touch me, N-word. You do not exist.
You cannot say that.
He can't keep getting away with it.
Finally, last but assuredly not least, we have the fiery, the passionate, the angry demon, aka Jason.
Hi, it's me, Jason. Thank you for introducing me, the person who starts this episode, And the comment of the day is in Discord today. It goes like, y'all motherfuckers, the second place of my podcast this year. My number one podcast was Distractable. And Jacob replied to that comment, kill yourself. By the way, let me just take a sip of my drink. It tastes kind of funny.
Wait, Jason, no, don't drink out of that fermented piss jar. No, you're supposed to drink the other. God damn it. That was an experimental batch.
What the fuck? I thought you swore off of fucking
I will be honest.
Fermented piss.
I don't think he's alive. He wasn't supposed to drink that one. That one's a very concentrated batch.
I think he's been infected with a case of the dead.
Like a sip of that is supposed to go into like 300 cases of it. That's how potent it is. So he actually might just be dead.
Are you
we might have to continue on with that. Well, I told him not to drink that one.
Thank you, Jacob.
Leave it to the idiot from Wyoming to drink the wrong batch of fermented piss. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, man, one time Jason pulled up and he said, "Hey guys, have you seen my suitcase?" He was in the suitcase.
Wow.
Well, I know the worst part of
Anyways.
it. He still beat the shit out of us afterward.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he was abusive, man. We don't miss him. Anyways, okay, so we got a few things to talk about.
Can I also mention, Jason's trying to swing an NDA our way, so we can't talk about the fact that he beat us at the Boston trip. That's how bad it's gotten. His PR team is trying to keep us quiet.
We're fighting for our life. We're fighting for our lives. But anyways,
you know who are fighting for their lives?
Yes, I do.
The people who were fighting for their lives were the people on stage at the Game Awards after they got their awards, trying to give their speeches and were rushed off the stage in 20 seconds.
Oh, man. 20 seconds, bro. You can hardly even eat half of a sandwich in 20 seconds.
It's insane.
Do you know what annoyed me most about it?
Even a quarter is doubtful.
What was annoying about that was I'm waiting for obviously I want to see which games are winning the awards. Obviously your boy was waiting for Spider-Man 2 to win something, and we'll talk about that. But they're rushing people off the stage, like, all right, cool speech, bye. But then they show 30 minutes of Genshin Impact. Look at this game. No one gives a shit about it.
Simpact? You mean Genshin Simpact?
Let's go.
Dude, listen, if you guys don't even know what we're talking about the Game Awards, the 2023 Game Awards, the biggest awards for game shows, for video games and the gaming industry. It was not good this year. It was awful. The award, a lot of the show just wasn't great. But one of the worst parts of the show was the awards being presented to the people who won them. It felt like it was an afterthought. Everything else that was focused more was like ads, showing off new games, celebrities talking about bullshit. It's just at this point, it's starting to become a glorified E3.
It's so upsetting too, because I would argue that's probably the most important part of the Game Awards is the people actually winning the awards and going up thank you guys, I won this award.
Yeah, that's the whole point of a fucking award show, dude.
And that was an afterthought,
hey guys,
like you said.
Did you hear? I won.
It's literally the whole point of being an award show.
Austin, you won? Tell us more about it.
Guys, I made a game.
I'm sorry, you're gonna have to get off the stage. We have to do another 30-minute Genshin Impact ad. Cue the clip.
But I made Genshin Impact.
Get off the stage! You're not an advertisement.
I'm not a video advertisement. If I was a video, maybe you'd love me. Anyways.
This Game Awards
Guys.
is sponsored by Fortnite.
Oh yeah, sponsored by Peter Griffin Fortnite. Hey Lois, I'm sponsoring the Game Awards. Anyways, so Spider-Man didn't win.
So Spider-Man was nominated for 7 awards.
I didn't deserve any of them.
We
It
talked
only
about
deserved one.
we talked about yes, but one
And for
second.
being dead ass.
We talked about a few episodes ago that we knew, me and Ari both knew without a doubt that it was not going to win Game of the Year. Of course it wasn't. The first game didn't even win Game of the Year. But to be nominated for 7 awards and win none of them, dude. Now, I count
None.
Yuri Lowenthal. He was nominated as, what was it, like best voice actor? Or, just
Best
like actor?
performance.
Best performance, thank you. And that's the one, if any of them were to win,
Yeah,
that one should have been the one that won. That's the one that should have won. My boy Yuri was snubbed, and I'm so upset about it. I didn't even care if the game won Game of the Year. I don't care, man. But Yuri not winning Performance of the Year, I'm never watching Game Awards again.
It sounded like you were about to say, I don't give a gabagool.
Gabagool.
Anyways, yeah, so
I did think, I did have hope that they would win Best Direction.
I hope that best art direction was going to be won by Hi-Fi Rush. That game has the best art direction of any game this year. It got completely fucking robbed, in my opinion.
It still won something, though. It won Best, what was it, music or some shit?
It didn't. I don't think Hi-Fi Rush won anything.
It won something, I'm pretty sure.
Let me look it up.
Yeah, one sec. Alan Wake won a lot more awards than I was
Yeah,
expecting.
it won a lot. Yeah, I didn't even see that game.
I don't even know what the fuck that game is, to be honest with you. Yeah, Hi-Fi Rush won Best Audio Design, and for a game called Hi-Fi
That
Rush,
makes sense. That makes sense.
shouldn't be
That makes a lot of
surprising.
sense. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Even Spider-Man is nominated for that one. Oh, the website crashed. That's great. 502 bad gateway. They can't even keep the website running. Wow. Gotcha.
lame.
But yeah, Jeff Kinley, if you're listening, the dude who runs the whole fucking Game Awards, you need to fucking fix your shit, my guy, because we're watching an award show for gaming, for video games. Let's treat it like an actual award show, please. Put less focus on the fucking ads. Damn, bro.
I mean, the Oscars fucking work that way, dude. I'm pretty sure they actually are about the awards, man. I don't watch the Oscars, so I completely made that up.
I truly hope that nigga apologizes.
I thought you were going to
just
say kill himself.
No.
I was going to spit with you.
I think an apology goes a long way. Don't you guys agree? An apology is really quite good.
Speaking of apologies.
Only if it has a ukulele in the background.
Let's
Of course,
go, dude.
Of course, given that this is the Game Awards, we really shouldn't get our expectations up.
No.
I guess it would be more realistic to hope for like a dulcimer or maybe a one-string thing like on the Country Bear Jamboree, or maybe just a stick.
What kind of stick we talking? Like 6 foot, 12 foot?
A twig.
Oh. I hear a train in the background. Do you guys hear that?
I do. We are officially in the world of GTA 6. Speaking of,
GTA 6 is coming out in 2025. What are your guys' thoughts?
GTA 6. We actually had a trailer. That's the most insane part to me. We have a fucking trailer for GTA 6. Isn't that fucking wild?
Yeah.
yep, and it's set in Miami, I guess, or fictional Miami.
Yeah, we're going back to
It's
Vice
pretty
City,
much Miami.
which we all knew it was going to be in Vice City. Because they did Liberty City 800 billion times and Los Santos like twice. So
Okay,
it was time to head to the great city of Florida. which is Austin's hometown. He's actually from Miami, born and raised. And Austin, like, I'm sure you watched the ad. Like, how would you say, like, and on a scale of 1 to 10, like, how would you say how successfully depicted was Florida in the advertisement?
I was gonna say it's pretty close. I'd say it was pretty good blend.
You know,
of
there
everything that
was
goes on down here.
I was thinking
There was gators.
There was a lot of gators.
That's-
There's a lot of minorities. There's a lot of ass shaking, and very clear, just like psychopaths.
Yeah, there's a lot of TikToks of people of all backgrounds doing crazy stuff. That's pretty much a Florida thing.
That's Miami.
Doesn't matter what you
man.
look like.
Did you guys
And
see?
there were swamps and
There were
and
swamps,
I
yeah.
think that's
Right. We're going back to our Red Dead 2 days. It's gonna be like Saint Denis, but you know, Florida.
bruh. I don't know about that, bruh.
Dude, there's a swamp. There's gators. It's like Red Dead 2 too.
I mean, yeah, technically.
Do you know
but,
how
like,
Call of Duty Modern Warfare 1, it was Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare, and then it spun off to Modern Warfare 2? It's kind of like that. It's like Red Dead Redemption 2, Grand Theft Auto 6.
that is so funny. Just imagine seeing that on the game packaging.
Red Dead Redemption 2,
RDR2,
Grand Theft Auto
2,
6.
GTA 6. And it's all in that same font too, the
Exactly.
GTA font.
Exactly.
And
Speaking
CJ appears.
speaking of the GTA
What do you guys
6
hope
trailer,
will be in GTA 6?
lots of booty shaking. I'm with Ned Luke on this. Did you see that video, by the way? The guy who voice acts, who acted for Michael DeSanta in GTA 5, he came out and he was watching a trailer. He's like, "Yeah, there's a lot of booty shaking, bro. This game's gonna be mint." And I'm like, "Fuck yeah, dude, let's go."
That's fucking based. He's based as hell for that.
He's really based. I kind of want to talk about the fact that he got swatted recently.
Yeah, that's fucking crazy. I think I heard about that.
And we'll get to that. But I also kind of want to talk about, did you guys hear about the lawsuit that someone wants to make for GTA 6 after seeing the trailer?
Was it the zombie dude?
Yeah, so I guess it's some guy called the Florida Joker, and he looks exactly how you would imagine. I guess there's a character in the GTA 6 trailer that resembles his look. Because a lot of the whole trailer was actually kind of reenacting like things that actually like happened in Florida. There's like viral videos of just like, you know, the booty shaking and the alligator and like the fucking crazy lady. Well, some guy named the Florida Joker feels that his rights were infringed on and is wanting to sue Rockstar Games allegedly. Now, obviously, I don't think a lawsuit has been put in motion yet. And it probably won't because it's dumb.
There's no way this actually gets taken anywhere, man.
Probably not. But what was funny, though, is that you guys know who Roger Clark is?
Roger Clark?
No.
He's the guy who played Arthur Morgan in Red Dead Redemption 2.
Oh, yeah.
And I guess he responded to the whole situation. I'm trying to find the exact quote. Now, I didn't read the article because we don't do that here on the Cosmic Cast.
No, we never look at the full article.
And I can't find it right now on my Twitter. But basically what he said was, dude, they're not going to respond to you because they're lawyered up because it's Rockstar Games. And he made a comment about how not even Home Depot would hire your ass with that fucking face, bro.
Wow.
It was shots fired, dude.
Not even he should say like something that doesn't require a face. Like, not you wouldn't even get a job as a stunt double.
You wouldn't even get a job as a suicide hotline guy.
Ooh, okay.
He looks like the kind of guy that would tell you to kill yourself.
Damn, all right. It's fucking crazy.
Shit, man. No, what I'm looking forward to, and I know we talked about this already, but it's more relevant now, obviously, that the trailer's out. What I love about GTA 5, obviously, great story. Fantastic story with a lot of like background lore and shit that you still learn shit even after, like, you still keep learning shit even like during like your 6th and 7th playthrough like I have. I'm like, oh, I didn't notice that. Oh, I didn't catch that part. And I want more of that. And I want really good music, man. Like not, and I don't mean like radio music, although I'm hoping for that too. But like the score in GTA 5 for me personally is so nostalgic and really good. And I just like I hope they, I hope they can like do it again. It almost feels like they can't because like they just hit it so well in the head for GTA 5. It just seems there's a lot on their plate.
Yeah,
off.
There's a lot of high expectations for sure. I completely see that. My hope for GTA 6, I hope they improve the gunplay. I think GTA 5's gunplay is so lackluster, and that's so bad for a GTA game. I just want better gunplay.
Yeah,
in my opinion, I want what else do I want? I guess if they could somehow figure out more customization, because there's already a lot of customization in GTA 5. But like, if we somehow could like get like really crazy with it, that'd be fucking awesome.
Can we talk about the fact that the main character that isn't the girl is also named Jason, dude?
Yeah, that's fucking crazy. Lucia and Jason.
Coincidence? I think not.
I don't think so. They clearly watched the Cosmicast.
I wonder what their story is going to be about because fucking GTA 4 focused on like Russian mafia. GTA 5 focused on heists. So what do you think GTA 6 is going to focus on?
So it's very clearly going to be a like Bonnie and Clyde situation.
Yeah, obviously.
But it's hard to deviate away from crime and heist because that's what Grand Theft Auto is. So like,
it has to be crime.
I just almost think it's gonna be the same shit. I can't see how they can. And that's something I like about GTA 5 is how much it actually ties to like government and how they have to work with a corrupt government, which was a cool, kind of side piece to the story that was already kind of in play. It was always like a B plot, A plot situation where like all like helping out, Dave Norton and Steve Haynes and shit. That's kind of like the B shit. But you're really there because like, oh, Michael and Trevor, they have a long history and there's bad blood. Right. I don't know if they can do that with this game. I mean, I'm sure they'll find a way to make it interesting, but like, I don't think they could just do that again. So is it like just like this dude and this chick just going around like, we're going to rob convenience stores? I just like wonder how it's going to develop because obviously it's going to develop and crazy shit's going to go down. Like, I don't know what. But Rockstar has not disappointed. Every time your expectations are high, they exceed those expectations.
Yeah, I mean, for all the hype, all the wait, they got a lot of time to get it right.
I feel like that's almost where Spider-Man 2 went wrong. Is that even though, I mean, it's really good. It's great. But like, I think the expectations for that game were so high that they were never going to be able to really make everyone happy. Especially with the amount of time they had. Because even 5 years, that wasn't enough time, I don't think. I think another year or two in the kitchen, that game would have been like insane. But yeah, what can you do? They had to do with what they had, and I still think they did a great job. But it could have been better, is the way I would describe it.
Yep. Speaking of letting people down, Jacob, you want to tell us about The Last of Us 2 casting?
Yes. Unless Ari has anything left to say about GTA 6. But
I'm excited for the game to come out.
We're excited
for the game to come out, yeah. And I'm probably not going to get it day one because both, one, I'm broke, and two, you never know if the game's going to be ass at launch.
That's the great thing, though. You have 2 years, and that actually is the last thing I want to bring up. It was announced that it was coming out in 2025, assuming it's not delayed. Which I'm gonna be real, I did not expect it to come out next year. I didn't. I was still upset when they announced it because, like, obviously, the sooner it comes out, the better. But I knew there's no world where it was coming out in 2024.
Of course not.
So it feels like it was pretty recently when they said, like, guys, we're in early development of the game. Like,
I 100% expect it to be pushed back to 2026.
Oh, yeah, it probably will. And I think how it goes, if they follow the Rockstar trend, is sometime next year they're going to announce it's coming out in May of 2026. or sorry, 2025. And we're like, yeah, bitch, let's go. And then it's gonna hit like January 2025. It's like, yeah, sorry, we have some polishing issues. It's coming out in November 2025. Mark my words. I'm putting it in stone. That's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. It happened in Red Dead 2. It happened in GTA 5.
I can definitely see that happening. But right now we're getting on to the next topic, right?
Yeah, furthermore, not furthermore, because we're moving on. The Last of Us 2 casting. So they finally came out and they're like, hey guys, we're working on season 2. We're going to start filming, I think they said
send your prayers to that woman who's playing Abby. Send your
prayers to my girl, Kaitlyn Dever. Because my girl, Kaitlyn Dever, is playing Abby, bro. And I am actually so stoked about that.
Kaitlyn needs to hide.
Yeah, she needs to go into hiding and just wait around until GTA 6 comes out. I don't know what to tell you. If you don't know Kaitlyn Dever, and you probably don't, she's been in quite a few things, but nothing too mainstream. I mean, I seen Booksmart. She was in that, and I loved that movie. She was in... It doesn't matter, but she was in some shit, but not a lot of shit.
Right.
But she was one of the fan castings for Ellie. For The Last of Us, everyone was saying, "Yo, let's get Kaitlyn
look more like Ellie than the current Ellie looks like."
Like,
so
I feel like if they started at season 2 instead of season 1, I know that sounds stupid, and they started with the second game, Kaitlyn would have been perfect.
Truly,
but I think maybe she just looked a little too old and was just a little too tall to be a 14-year-old girl. I think is how old Ellie is, or 15.
That's the case. Yeah, I think that's the case.
And Bella Ramsey's doing great. So, like, I don't actually have, like, a complaint with that. Everyone wanted Kaitlyn Dever as Ellie, and it didn't happen. But it's like, hey, you know what? I think they still nailed it with Bella. And they obviously nailed it with Pedro Pascal as Joel. Like, he's amazing. But, yeah, they finally came out, and they're like, we're working on season 2. And we don't know the casting for everyone yet, but they did come out and say, at least as a rumor, I don't know if Naughty Dog has officially said anything, but Kaitlyn Dever is going to be Abby, which is controversial, not because of the casting per se, although
because of the character
people are complaining, but because of the character she's playing. She's going to get death threats.
Yeah.
She's going to get death threats.
Yeah. That's really upsetting.
And we at the Cosmic Cast, man, we are against real death threats. I know we say kill yourself a lot.
The only death threats we give are to each other.
And to our fans, of course.
Yeah, sure. All right, so like he said, Kaitlyn Dever's going to be getting death threats. So what we need to do is we need to come up with a strategy, a unique strategy to help her avoid those death threats. What do you guys think?
Kaitlyn, this is your official invite to our spaceship. And you can hide up here in space. We might be crash landed on a moon. That's fine.
Yeah, the travel might be a little difficult. But yeah, it will be a fun trip.
But we will have a good time. We'll get you on the podcast. Yeah. And there's no fuck shit up here.
No, none at all.
We don't fuck around.
Definitely not like the kind that just killed one of our podcast hosts.
Yeah,
I told him not to drink out of that jar, man.
To be fair, we did tell him not to do that.
So we won't let you drink the fermented piss.
Just follow our commands and you'll be fine.
Dude. If you want to clean around the ship, we won't stop you.
No. Oh yeah. I haven't had a good home cooked meal in so long.
This is your formal invite to be our housewife. We promise we won't hit on you. There's gonna be none of that sexual shit. We don't believe in that here. But we do be needing we kind of need a mom more than anything. This got fucked up.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
That's funny.
I'm sorry.
That's funny. That's funny.
But this is your formal invite.
Not me. He said it, not me.
You could be on the podcast, so we won't use you for clout. But if you want to shout us out,
no promises about that though. No promises about that. We might use it a little bit for clout.
But we're giving you food and home. It's the least you can do. And if you could probably give us some insight on how The Last of Us 2 filming goes. I figured you could film it all from here. We have a green screen in the other room. Just do your lines there.
It'll not fucking work.
You'd be like, it just like it's just like a dead shot camera pan at her, and like it's a very clear green screen in the background. She's like, "I'm gonna get you, Ellie," pointing at her, and then it's gonna like just like cut randomly to Ellie, like, "No." That's how they're gonna film season 2.
Yeah, I'm probably just not gonna watch the second season of Last of Us. I really don't like. I don't think the first season is a good adaptation of the games at all.
Really, because it won game. I didn't win Game of the Year. It won Best Adaptation of the Year.
It was the only game that was going to win Best Adaptation of that.
The other ones weren't good options at all.
No, they weren't. And I say this because, like, what's his name? Joel is not Joel in that show.
Dude,
the Joel that we know in the game is not the Joel in that fucking show, dude. Completely different character.
I don't think he's completely different.
Okay, not completely, but like it's not good representation for him at all.
He do be a little more of a bitch compared to Game Joel, but like it's like a real life adaptation. Like they have to make some creative liberties, right? Like
it's literally just Neil Druckmann putting his shitty asshole stamp on the first game, and it sucks dick.
I thought it was pretty good.
It sucks ass. Dude, the fact that, listen to me. What pissed me off the most was that the fights, like the action in it was dog shit. It was dog
I agree.
crap.
I agree with that.
There's so many scenes of fighting in the game that all are important. When you're fighting in the game, it's usually a massive story beat. Usually, right? Like, What the fuck? Where the fuck was the grocery store fight?
Right.
Like, are you fucking serious? That was one of the most impactful moments where Joel almost got his head stabbed into glass.
They didn't have enough time because they had to do a whole episode on Bill and Frank. That was important to the plot because that happened in the game. Beat for beat, that exact thing happened in the game.
Listen to me when I say this. I fucking love that episode.
I do too.
It was not necessary.
Exactly.
It was not necessary.
I feel like that's everyone's take on that, unless you're homophobic.
I fucking love that episode. It was so good. It was like, it is like, that could be a movie in of itself. You know what I mean? Like you can like expand on that and make it a whole thing. It was not necessary in Last of Us. In this Last of Us,
you're telling me an entire episode of like a 7-episode season didn't have enough time to develop these two characters? Dude, who are very essential to the plot in the game, by the way. Very important.
Let me be frank when I say this. Let me be dead ass when I say this.
I see what you did there, Frank.
Thank you. But let me be serious when I say this. The relationship between Ellie and Joel in the show is unearned. It's not earned.
Well, it's because they didn't have enough time.
Well. That's what I'm saying. So like, they waste time by focusing on other fucking people that don't matter,
dude.
Instead of their relationship. They
had like a whole episode focused on a bitch that doesn't exist.
No one cares about.
She
That's
doesn't
only
exist
made for the show.
What's her name? She was on 2.5 Men.
She was on that army thing. I don't even know what they call it.
She was an army girl. Her name is, I have it pulled up. Give me 2 more seconds. Dude, how is it not bolded on Google? There's like a whole episode on her. Oh, man. Well, she plays Rose in fucking 2.5 Men. Melina Linsky. She plays Kathleen Cog-Halan in The Last of Us. There's two episodes with her in it. They spend a lot of time on her, and she's like upset that like her brother is dead or some shit like that. That does not exist in the game at all. That is not a plot point in the game.
It's ass. It's ass.
20 minutes that we could have had developing Joel and Ellie even more, just like didn't exist.
But no, we have to focus on these horrible pieces of shit characters that no one fucking cares about. Like, it's crazy. What are we watching here, man? And that's why I'm not excited for the second season. If it's gonna have less fights, which was the only fucking thing that I enjoyed in Last of Us 2, I'm not gonna enjoy this.
I don't think they can. Like, I think they're gonna have to do more fights, and I think they already said like there's gonna be more clickers and shit, which is good because I think there's only really like one episode with a clicker in it, And it's like, dude, that's like the staple of the entire franchise.
Insane, dude. Fucking insane. And when oh my God, that final scene with the whole shootout thing was garbage.
Oh yeah, no, it was garbage. It was dog shit, and that was gonna come up.
Garbage.
It was like a montage of him walking down a fucking hallway. And there's like flashes of light to insinuate that he's killing people. And that's like the whole thing.
Insanely bad.
And that's like the most important part of the first game, dude.
Pivotal to the entire story. It's the climax of the entire story, and they filmed it like ass.
I think they also ruined how they did the when Ellie escapes from the cannibal camp, if that's what you want to call it. Oh my God. And they made the guy even
entire alone arc is terrible.
They made the guy even like rapier looking, which I'm fine with. That made sense. But they ruined how it ends. Yeah, no, don't get me wrong. The episode I think came out really good, but they ruined the end of it, and that end of it was the most important part of the game, of the show, because that's really when their relationship between Joel and Ellie develops.
That episode specifically really pisses me off because it changes the characterization of Ellie from the game to the show to two separate fucking characterizations. Because in the game, Ellie gets more violent because she realizes that it makes her useful to Joel. That's how he keeps her around. He keeps praising her whenever she like protects him and like kills a person, you know? And she gets more dangerous because she realizes if she's like a good fighter, she can be useful to people. But in that episode of that show, as specifically, the dude just says she's crazy. Like he literally says she has a dangerous side in her head or something, shit like that. Like what?
You're crazy, man.
Like that's not. This is comparing pancakes to waffles. These are two completely different things. What are we doing here?
And I feel like I could be misremembering, but I feel like they didn't do a good job at showing them killing the people they care about.
Oh, really? Absolutely not.
And it's such a dumb, even in the game, it's so dumb because, like, well, it's like they started shooting at us, so obviously we had to, like, shoot them back, and then they died. And you're like, you killed my brothers! It's like, well, yeah, jackass. Of course I did.
I don't trust in them to make the second season good. I just don't.
Yeah, I don't know how they're gonna pull it off.
So I'm not giving my money to that. I'm skipping out on that season too.
Don't worry, I will still be there.
All right.
I like
good or not.
Simp.
I like how they I like how they adapted Sam's character though. Sam and
I thought that was interesting.
Henry. I thought that was a good twist. That was smart.
Yeah, I thought that was interesting for sure.
I like that Ashley Johnson and Troy Baker got to be in an episode.
Yeah, that was nice. Cool. I like that the voice actress got to be the mother.
Yeah, that made a lot of sense. That made a lot of sense. That was fucking awesome.
I love that.
So,
moving on.
Speaking of
things being awful, should we talk about Gus Johnson? Or do you want to talk about the apology?
Gus Johnson.
Nah, Gus Johnson first, man.
All right, let's do it.
So, Gus Johnson, he's a person. He's old.
He's not that old.
He's losing his hair.
Is he?
I think so. So, Gus Johnson had some drama a while back, and Jacob was very sad.
Very sad.
Well, today is Jacob's redemption arc.
I actually don't think it's a redemption.
Today, Gus, he has been shown to be actually 100% right about everything.
I wouldn't word it like that.
Just kidding. The truth is, as usual, there's more to the story.
That's how I would describe it.
The truth is somewhere in the middle.
There's no
Jacob.
There's no new developments, and Ari and I both watched this video. So we'll I guess we'll take charge on it. But we're going back. So Gus Johnson, you may know him. He's a comedian boy. This is a follow-up.
Let me preface this. This is a follow-up to our coverage of the Gus Johnson situation way back when.
A couple years ago when we still existed, I guess.
Yeah. But yeah. we're trying to follow up on it. So Jacob, why don't you lead it? You have the video more fresh in your mind. I haven't watched it in a little bit.
I'm bad at reciting things, but just work with me a little bit here, guys.
I got you, man.
So if you guys don't remember, a little recap: Gus Johnson was in a relationship with someone named Sabrina.
Yep.
They were together for a long time.
Sabrina, the teenage witch?
No.
Who is that? Who's that from?
That's from a show.
Yeah, bruh.
What show?
Sabrina the Teenage Witch.
Sabrina, the teenage witch.
Okay, I'm not using this to stall at all to look something up real quick. So tell me about the show a little bit.
It's about a witch.
Okay,
who's in her
I'm
teenage.
good. I appreciate it. Is it like Jenny the Teenage Robot, dude?
Okay, can
Sort
we move
of.
on?
Is that the one
what are we talking about here?
All right, so
it's kind of like a mix of that and Lizzie McGuire.
Okay, cool.
Anyways, go
I
on.
appreciate it. I was trying to. This is stupid. I was just trying to look up her screen name, Abelina Sabrina. You may have seen her on YouTube or Twitter, whatever. It doesn't matter. They broke up, and so a few weeks later, Sabrina then makes a video about how she was basically abused, sort of, mostly by the health care system. That was the focus of the video. But made a spin on it to kind of talk about how her relationship with an ex, quote unquote ex, because she never mentions him by name. But we're not children.
At first.
And so this video comes out and everyone goes fucking wild to talk about Gus almost killed Sabrina and Gus was a terrible partner. And it basically ruined Gus's career. He had to scale back to videos. His best friend, Eddie Burback, who he did a podcast with, which is what really kind of got me like good at podcasting. I learned a lot from listening to their podcast. That shit ended because I guess there's a disagreement between their friendship. And that's kind of where we're at. There were some apology videos thrown around and Sabrina would rebut it. And Gus would also
rebut
it. Sorry. And it was just ugly. And it was just like, this should have been just left to the DMs. It wasn't. And this is kind of where we're at. Gus is still like, he's making videos. He's doing fine. But it's just nothing near where he used to be. And no one knows who Sabrina is anymore because she was mostly known for being with Gus. Let's be real. Is that fucked up to say?
I mean, not really. People they kind of just stop caring about this stuff after like a year or so, man. There's been so many cancellations that so few of them really stick. Like Keemstar said once, honestly, cancellation is more like a timeout, not a prison sentence.
Depending on who it is.
Honestly, I've noticed that if you get canceled, as long as you just keep uploading and like ignore it, it will go away eventually.
Let the newer crowd of people filter out the old crowd of people that knew.
Some people will bring it back up, but like literally every time if you ignore
unless
it,
you did something like EDP.
Well, unless you do like actual pedophile shit.
The problem with EDP is not that he did something, but it's the fact that he's still actively doing stuff. Which is being a pedophile, by the way. At least trying to be a pedophile. They keep catching him. He's a fucking moron. I hate that guy. He needs to just be not here anymore.
He does need to die. He does need to die.
Thank you. He needs to have a heart attack, bro.
That product that we talked about earlier that Jason consumed.
That was insensitive.
Yeah, he should consume that.
Was that meant for EDP?
Yes, it was. It was
going to be a special delivery to his house in a cupcake box.
Yeah,
Anyways,
we could do that. That sounds good to me.
What does EDP stand for again?
Eat that pussy 445.
Okay, that's what I thought. All right, cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess Jason thought that was for him. He's like, "Oh, I do that though." And then
what are you talking about?
Died. He drank because that was the label on the fermented piss was EDP, and I think Jason assumed that meant
You're really trying to make that work, huh?
No, it's not working at all. I'm trying though.
It's okay.
This is something
without our
Gus
fellow
Johnson.
co-host. Please don't let your co-host die.
What's kind of unfortunate was that we wouldn't have needed this video if we were still doing the podcast back then, because the biggest thing that really kind of continued the story, if that's how I want to phrase it, is that Pay Money Wubby was doing a live stream one day, and he was talking about the Sabrina situation. He was making the argument that Gus Johnson wasn't abusive, at least not really.
Right.
And I agree. I said that back when we did the podcast. With the evidence we have at hand, there's not enough evidence to say he was an abusive partner.
Right.
There just isn't. Was he a shitty boyfriend? Maybe.
Yeah,
he wasn't an abusive person that we know of. I mean, there could be more to it that we don't know, and I can't comment on that.
She has yet to say that he landed any hand on her at all. Like the most she said he's done is that he's raised his voice at her.
Yeah, basically. It was more insinuated that he was emotionally abusive, and even that there wasn't really enough there to really make us agree. Shitty partner, sure, but emotionally abusive, not really. With the evidence we have at hand. So we were watching this video, flash forward to today. What's his name again? I'll have to put his channel on screen or something so I don't feel like looking it up. But he made a video and he did a whole kind of deep dive in what the situation was. And he made the argument that Sabrina was more the problem here than Gus was.
Right.
In regards to like this apology and stuff.
She pulled a lot more scummy stuff than he did.
She was the scummy person in this situation and was trying to deplatform someone because he wanted to date her, I guess.
Apparently they tried like a couple of weeks before she exposed everything. They tried to get back together. Well, she wanted to get back together with him. He didn't want to get back together with her. And he alleges that she yelled at him and then slammed the door.
Right.
And of course, this is all alleged.
Right. This was words of Gus. I forget if Sabrina ever commented on that. I think she did. I think what she said, though, was that, yes, I try to get back together with him, but you got to understand, in this situation, I was more, way more dependent on him.
Yeah. It was,
and because of that,
she tried to make it a dependency thing.
Yeah. So I guess in a way that's still like a form of abuse, I guess, because, what would she do without him, right? Because she was kind of financially dependent.
Don't forget, though, after he said no, she was fine. She didn't care anymore. But I'm like, did you? You sure?
So Gus rejected her advance because I guess, he's like, I don't feel comfortable. I'm not interested in getting back together. And then 3 weeks later is when this video comes out. The video where she talks about her pregnancy that didn't work out. What's the word for it? Ectopic? Shut up.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't know how to pronounce that one.
She had basically a failed pregnancy, right? Where the baby, I think, dies. Not a miscarriage per se. I don't know anything about fallopian tubes in women, so I apologize.
I'm not knowledgeable on that either.
But fast forward to this video again, and I have some notes here. Let's see. I'm bad at podcasting. Make a note that I intend to stick to the... Okay. I wrote down on my notes that I intend to stick to the facts as much as possible because I don't want to mislead people and slander people just because I care more about the people in the situation as opposed to strangers. Like Hassan Piker, I'll say he fucking beat women. I don't know that guy.
I mean, what if he actually did?
So if you go and watch this video and he shows old archives of Sabrina's live streams and kind of things she would say. And one of the main things she would do a lot was that she would blame Gus for the fact that she was very worried about her family and how they would feel about the fact that she was pregnant.
Right.
And so when she was in the hospital, she wouldn't communicate with her family at all and only really had Gus to fall back on. Right. And she kind of blames Gus a lot more for that than she does her family, which is really weird. People would and people who were misled and didn't really pay attention to what she said, she would blame Gus for the fact that he basically left her at the hospital to die, when that's not at all what happened. She had the surgery, and after the surgery, people were claiming that Gus left her alone. When in reality, it was actually supposed to be Sabrina's mom that was like there for her after her surgery, who was supposed to like help out and take care of her. But she left after 1 day after her surgery was all done. Like their moms just like took off.
Right. And like she protects them so much, even though they do this horrible shit to her. It's so weird.
She talks a lot about how her family is toxic. She can't talk to her sister. She'll judge her, or that she can't, rely on her mom.
Right.
But try to spin that around on how Gus wasn't really the one that was there for her at all.
Right. It's very strange. It's a very strange situation. It seems that whether she knew it or not, which I think I have to say that she did know, she made everything sound so much worse than it actually was when it came to Gus and her relationship. She played a lot of whataboutism. She lied. Like, she lied a lot. There was one thing that really like tripped me up that she did. Let me see if I can remember it. The narrative kept getting changed about what Gus did.
Right, exactly.
And she kept saying that people are putting words in her mouth and stuff like that. But she's the one liking tweets saying these messages. You know what I mean?
And that was the biggest problem.
She's literally letting those words get put in her mouth.
Right.
I'm gonna exaggerate this a little bit, but what would basically happen? People would be like, "Oh, so Gus was abusive and he did this," and then she would like the tweet so everyone would see it. That's not a response. That's not her agreeing or saying that is what happened. She would like tweets so it would misdirect people.
Promoting it.
Yeah, exactly. Well, one of the problems was that there's kind of a common misconception, and I think we talked about this a little bit back at the time. There was a problem where Gus left Sabrina kind of like alone for a surgery and at the hospital so he can, quote unquote, get lunch with his friends. And more in reality, from the sounds of it, it was more that he was working and that he was networking with people. I don't know if they were filming videos or what, but he was doing what's basically his job, right, as a YouTuber. And quote unquote, he left her in the hospital to die because people think that this was happening during the pregnancy thing, during the ectopic pregnancy surgery. But what actually happened was that day that everyone is talking about was actually the day she got rhinoplasty surgery, which is a cosmetic surgery for her nose.
Yes.
That's why he wasn't there, because like I'm sorry, I can't make that. I got to do this and that. You're not dying after that surgery.
No, and you're not.
If none of your family members can help you out with that either,
you don't have good family members, my guy.
No, don't get me wrong. Like, I'm not saying like, oh, Gus is completely innocent. Like, I think as a good partner, he should have been there.
Right.
Even for a cosmetic surgery. Because like after like anesthesia and stuff, like obviously she probably still can't like easily drive home.
Right.
But the problem is people are confusing that day for the day where she almost died getting surgery for, her pregnancy. And Gus was like, "Nah, dog, I'm playing Pokemon. I'm doing YouTube stuff."
Playing Pokemon.
And that's not what happened at all.
Every day, Sabrina. Don't you understand what every day means? That means no days off. Even when you're in surgery, I play Pokemon Go every single day. These people don't understand, man.
They do not, my friend. They do not.
Anyways, let's talk about something that these punks will understand.
Let's talk about it.
And Keemstar. Apologies.
Boogie,
Who are these fat people and why should I care?
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, Boogie 2988, one of the most famous fat people on the internet. He's basically a lolcow at this point.
No offense to them, by the way.
He's like completely a lolcow at this point, and I think this is like truly the lowest he's ever been, ever. And of course, do you really need an introduction for Keemstar? I feel like everybody this day and age, if you've been on the internet long enough, you know who Killer Keemstar is.
If you don't know who Keemstar is, he made a famous song
in the woods.
It was that. That's where I was going with that. Which won a Grammy.
How these two lives intersect is basically that Keemstar runs this podcast called like LOLCOW Live or something like that, right? It's some kind of podcast that he does with Boogie 2988. Who else? There are two more. Wings of Redemption.
Of course.
And Boogie 2988, Wings of Redemption. And there's one more. I'm blanking on it right now, sadly. But yeah, but apparently Boogie got Keemstar upset about something, and Keemstar wouldn't let Boogie back on the podcast unless he apologized to him. And Boogie sent him one of the most embarrassing, cringe-inducing, pathetic videos I've ever fucking seen. Like, I actually cannot believe a grown man has done this. Have you guys seen it?
I haven't.
You
Maybe
haven't
we should
seen
watch
it?
it right now.
How long is it? Can we watch it?
I got it. I'm in there.
All right, you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
3, 2, 1.
Play.
I need you to fuck off. Like, seriously, fuck off. I need you to get on your fucking hands and knees, have your girlfriend fucking film you and say, I'm sorry, Keemstar. I'm sorry, Jordy. I'm sorry, fucking
Why
Tommy
he's so
C,
mad?
Nicholas
He's
Fiorio,
so mad.
Muta,
Why?
fucking Tom, everybody that's even fucking cared about the Love Call podcast. I'm such a selfish attention fucking retard that
Dude,
I want
you can't say that.
conversation so bad that I gave an entire the entire storyline of
He's
what's
so
been
mad.
happening on episode 1 to fucking review Tech USA because I'm so thirsty to just to talk to someone. I'm
So
that
that's
big
why
of
he's
a
upset.
fucking loser. Make that video, you piece of shit.
I'm sorry, Tommy C. I'm sorry, Daddy Keemstar.
Oh
I'm
my-
sorry,
He
Nicholas
called him Daddy
D. Fiorio.
His girlfriend is filming
I'm
this,
sorry,
probably.
Jordy. I'm
He is
fucking
a
sorry.
cop.
It was fucking
He is
stupid of
a
me to go on
cop.
Rich's fucking show and give away
Assuming
the
he's being
fucking
serious.
storyline. I'm a fucking attention hog.
Even if it's
piece
not
of shit.
serious,
It was
why would you
fucking
get yourself
stupid. I
recorded
should have
doing
left
some
the
lame shit like
moment
this?
Muta came on.
Yeah.
I'm fucking stupid.
Oh, no.
And I'm fucking sorry.
called himself
I understand your
stupid.
decision. I'll hand over any passwords you need, wherever you want. Sorry.
Okay, there's a lot to unpack here.
It's awful. It's
All right.
to look
So
at.
let me get this straight. We're gonna circle back a little bit. This is a big topic. Fuck Gus Johnson and Sabrina. That show's boring. I suck at talking. This is more interesting. So Gus goes on a different podcast, and he reveals something. I don't understand what exactly he's revealing though.
You mean Boogie?
Yes.
He revealed the storyline, whatever that means.
Yeah, he revealed the storyline of the first episode of the LOLCOW podcast.
I don't know what that means.
Because the LOLCOW podcast was this long awaited thing that side of the internet was waiting for, to get a bunch of these LOLCOW together and do a podcast. And it was supposed to be a surprise of what the episode was going to be about. But he apparently went on a different podcast, and just revealed it and revealed what happened in the first episode.
So-
And Keemstar was pissed off
all right.
about it.
So the episode for the podcast people were excited for wasn't out yet.
No.
And so it's like Spider-Man 2 isn't out yet, and like Jason came on the podcast and revealed the entire plot to us. It's the equivalent.
Basically, yeah. Basically,
Gotcha.
yeah.
So, okay, so that's why Keemstar is pissed off. I kind of understand. That audio clip is so fucking funny, dude. I don't agree with his use of the R word. Where it's 2000, it's almost 2024. We should retire that word. But holy fuck, was that? It's so funny, dude. I've never heard someone more mad in my life. That's like that's what Jason does to us like once a year.
Yeah, he does, bro.
Jason gets a list of things we've done that's bad. And he's like, "You fucking idiots,
The
dude!"
last time that a slur hit this hard was probably when the voice actor for Gumball called Dream of.
I think this was better. I think this went harder.
Yeah.
I think this went harder than that. Honestly, like that was insane.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong at all, bro. Holy shit.
I think that's not a great reason to be that mad, and I don't think it was worth Boogie getting on his hands and knees, knowing how
No, it definitely wasn't.
big and
It was
old he
definitely
is.
not worth it.
We're like, he had a good chance.
Nothing could be that worth it, bro. Only
The
death.
odds
Only
of
like the threat of
Boogie.
being killed.
Only death. You said.
Only the
I was
threat
gonna
of being killed. Would I
Well,
be doing that?
I was gonna say the odds of Boogie dying making that video were probably kind of high. Let's be real.
Dude, okay, so that means, you know what we need to do? We
What's
need
that?
to do the exact same thing to apologize for Jason dying.
To Jason.
I'm sorry, Jason. I'm sorry. I am a loser. I did put that out for you to drink. I did label it for EDP, but I didn't put his address, so I'm sorry. All right. Anyways, yeah, Boogie, why? Why do you do this to yourself? Why do you do this to us? Why do you hate? Why do you lie?
Wait, pause.
Okay.
All right, we should be okay. Jason's
No, he's not.
thing got
Oh,
kicked
wait,
off.
is he?
I dragged him back. It should be fine.
That should be fine,
Yeah,
hopefully.
it should be fine.
It should be fine?
Because Ari wasn't talking.
We shall pray.
We shall
we're
pray.
back. Yeah.
It should be fine.
Jason's dead burner account, since Jason's dead, went AFK, and we can't be having that shit here on the Cosmic Cast.
Okay, so
Do you think you could have Amari film you making that apology video, Ari?
Absolutely not.
God damn it.
I don't think we have any questions with the Q&A boys.
Let's start
I
over
thought
there.
we had
real
at least
quick.
one. Let's go.
Oh, we had a few questions. I guess we're gonna pop over some questions, guys.
Oh, no, we
and
don't.
then we'll spitball from there.
If you guys want your questions answered, don't be hesitant to join our Discord server. You can place it in the Q&A tab, and also just leave it in the comment sections if you don't want to do all that nonsense.
I disagree. You should
Who
join
would
the
want to do
Discord
that
immediately.
nonsense?
Right? So true.
Yeah, Discord link in the description. You can see why us, the OG Cosmic Casters, would never have made it without Jason. It's just not the same. Let's see. Rexar asks, what would you consider to be your... we already answered that.
Yep, no questions.
And
Yeah, no questions, dude.
the same guy said, did y'all see the apology video Boogie sent to Keemstar? We did. We don't have any questions.
We could look into further discussion. Madden is one of the worst games ever. You can take out the words one of and the plural.
Dude, I've been playing Madden since I think 17.
Started watching y'all again. I'm on 102 and I'm already being blamed for y'all not recording.
Well, why'd you steal our microphones then,
Why did you?
asshole?
Jason's the one that told us, by the way. Anyways,
Oh, dude, I do have another topic, unless you don't want to move on yet. It's a short one.
that's fine. We're ADHD here, so hit us.
We them boys.
My girlfriend was trying to read her notes and self-diagnose Thaddeus and I, and we had all the symptoms. Just saying, basically, it's great. But I was playing chess with Thaddeus last night at fucking 2 to 4 in the morning. It was 4 to 2. Of course, I'm at 2 because I suck at chess. But the second game that I did win was insane. But one of the games I lost was because a couple episodes ago, Jason mentioned to Fruit how he actually cheated on their chess game by running their chess game through chess.com, and it was playing her moves so he can see what moves the computer makes. So I thought I'd try that just for fun. So I booted up a game. I put it on the AI on the hardest difficulty, dude. The AI is so fucking stupid, dude. It didn't even try. It threw the entire game, bro.
You should have
I
put
don't know.
it on the second hardest. See, the way it was doing is it was making stupid moves to be reverse psychology.
Right.
If you put it on level 8 difficulty, then it would be a try hard, and then it would win.
The problem was when the bot would make a move, so Thaddeus would respawn, and I would have the perfect opportunity to kill this guy with my guy, but nope, I wanted to commit and trust the bot. Maybe it knew what it was doing, so I would still follow it, and it just threw the entire fucking game, dude. It's so stupid. My only theory is that maybe the AI responds to your your chess score. And since I don't play chess very often on the website chess.com and I sucked at it, maybe since my score was lower, the hardest difficulty still went kind of easy on me because of that. That's my only theory. But like it's like it was useless. It did nothing, dude. It like willingly gave him chess pieces. But I was gonna commit. I was committing, and I will say there was like one move. I was like, I got you, bitch. And it was a pretty good move. But like Thaddeus found a way to like get out of it, and then the bot continued to throw after that. I wasn't trying to cheat in a way where I was like actually trying to like win. Like I would have told him after the game. But it was so stupid, and I was so embarrassed. I just like didn't even mention anything. I was like, shoot, I lost. Let's run it back. And I won the next game. I destroyed him. Not that Thaddeus is bad. He's pretty good at chess, and he won like the next 2 games.
That's funny, man.
When I let the bot play for me, like it didn't even like I threw. It was an awful experience. So I wanted to call out Jason. We're like, dude, this was stupid. I followed your advice, and it was awful. But Jason's not here because he died again.
Right.
Rest in peace. Call him out. Why did he have to die, man?
That was a good time.
All right, guys. I think that is the perfect time to end this episode of the Cosmic Cast. What do you guys think?
I think
I feel like
we better get the revival spells ready.
Yeah.
I feel like I blundered the Gus Johnson topic.
Where's our butler? Where are you at? Bartholomew.
He's not here anymore.
But he's the one who had the fucking revival juice.
We kicked him off the ship. He was so bad at his job.
His natural juice is revived and healed us. What are you talking about?
I'll DM Elon on X and see if he can like send over a slug chug. I
mean, he had a few false starts, but he finally got there.
Maybe Jacob had a little bit of fermented piss himself, huh?
I'm a little juiced on fermented piss. What can I say? We'll get him some slurp juice. It contains 1% juice and 99%
Thank you for watching the Cosmic Cast Party, people. Bye now.
See ya.
Number 1 victory, boy. Yeah, Fortnite's about to get down. Get down, 10 kills on the board right now. Just wiped out Tomato Town. My friend just got down. I revived him southbound. Something, Pleasant Park Street. Look at the map. Something.
Bye.